This crispy chicken is from a taco place.
This crispy chicken is from a taco place? The taco place? Taco place. It comes in a burrito, too?
From your taco place, it's also a chicken place that's also a taco place.
Check out the all-new Blue and Orange store at the Boise State Hall of Fame. The Blue and Orange store has your best game day gear. We're talking jerseys, hats, bumper stickers, car flags, more than 4,000 hats on the hat wall. If you want the best Boise State gear, make sure you check out the Blue and Orange store online at theblueandorangestore.com or the all-new Blue and Orange store down at the Boise State Allen Noble Hall of Fame.
It's the fall kickoff sale at Lithia Ford of Boise. It's the best time to trade in and trade up to a new Ford truck or SUV with a room to haul your payload or playload. Visit Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
Bronco fans, the new Boise State trading cards are here, and you can only get them at Jacksons. Start collecting them today.
Jacksons, let's go!
And final blade of grass. Done. And done. Who knew it'd take 2,007 man-hours to paint 47,962,053 blades of grass? Smells like game day. Whoa, it's not dry yet.
It's time for the Jacksons Postgame Show on Bronco Nation News. We're breaking down the game with highlights, interviews, analysis, and most importantly, you. Give your thoughts on the game in the ICCU YouTube chat, or leave us a message on the Signature Roofing voice box at speakpipe.com/BNN. The BNN Postgame Show is presented by Jacksons, where you can get a 99-cent 16-ounce coffee or refill with Let's Go rewards. Need snacks or a cold drink? Visit one of the 300 Jacksons locations today. The title sponsor of Bronco Nation News is RowPaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. For all your painting needs, check out RowPaint.com. Now, let's join the guys at the James Kitchen and Bar near Albertsons Stadium for the Jacksons Postgame Show on Bronco Nation News.
All right, welcome on into the James Kitchen and Bar here at Albertsons Stadium. I wish the folks watching this, guys, had the view that we do. A packed house, the sun setting. It's a beautiful evening out here on the patio at the James Kitchen and Bar, and folks are celebrating, and for good reason. 56-31, the win for Boise State, taking down UNLV. And guys, we said before the game we thought that Boise State was, you know, the 13-point spread was there for a reason. And I know there were some plays in the first half we can talk about that kept it closer than it felt like it should have been. But in the end, Boise State pulls away in the second half. A nice 25-point win.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like if you're the more physical team, I think unless a couple things go against you, like you're going to win. And we were way more physical than they were. And I attribute that to, you know, just the way we recruit, the way we do things, and excited to watch. It was fun.
UNLV got treated like the stepchild they are. They're not in the Mount West, right? They're like everyone to put them in the power rankings. We're one. No, you're not. You haven't played anybody, and physical football wins. At the end of the day, that's what happens. And I wouldn't say it was a great.
And we, on top of being physical and better up front, like we have playmakers on both sides of the ball.
Correct.
And yeah, It's fired up to see our guys
Wish-
from the
wish-
Riley and Ridge show.
Yeah.
Pick 6.
Well, it started off not great for him. He had the 2 personal foul penalties. He gets pulled from the game, and they scored on 2 different drives while he was essentially benched for a drive and a half there. But he was animated on the sidelines and was certainly an emotional guy. But did he make up for it? The interception return for a touchdown, and that was a huge play. 3 interception returns for touchdowns on the blue in his career. I think Jay Tess was telling us in the postgame press conference he's the first player in the FBS era to have 3 pick sixes on the blue in his career.
That's awesome. I wasn't aware of that. I would have put my man Dante Dion up there somewhere.
Maybe not.
Would have guessed that.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, that's awesome. Really excited for him. And yeah, I mean, hey, tough break early in the game, but he bounced back and made a play. And
So you
guy's
said,
a hell of a player.
how many scoring drives with him out?
Well, he got his 2 personal fouls on the same play, put them at the 1.
Correct.
They scored while he got pulled out. They scored on the next play from the 1. And then they kept him out the next drive, and they came all the way down and scored.
So he served his time.
Yeah.
Right. So this is a great thing. Like it's a microcosm of, it's a good word, microcosm of not everybody behind them are better. Right. So let's beware like who you're benching. Right. And he comes
Absolutely.
in and
He
I love
learned
the
his
fact
lesson, like you
he
said, serve
self-learned.
his
New
time.
thing
South
Spencer's
Florida.
doing. You get a personal foul, you're gonna have to,
and right for him though, but right for him, right? Because that South Florida, it hurt him, right? Yeah. And so now he served it. Like, hey, you're not playing this drive. Perfect. Go back out, play it. They score, play it. And I love the fact of, hey, you cost the team 7 points, 14 points especially.
Yeah.
Right. So now go out and ball out. And guess what happened? He balled out.
It was fun it was just fun to watch. They ran the ball well. They hit some big plays. It was fun to see guys like Chris Marshall make a big play. The fake punt at the end was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm sure somebody will say, like, oh my God, we were up 25, we faked the punt. Like, well, if you're bringing the house, like, we got a couple choices. We can either get the punt off, you can figure out a way to protect something that's not very sound, or hey, you're leaving stuff hanging out there. Like, let's do that. And
I just think
that had a message. It wasn't about what all has happened. That's a message to everybody else going forward. Like, you bring it, like, we got answers.
Yeah.
I told you, I was like, beat him by 70. Beat him by
you were trying to hang 70.
I wanted to hang 70,
and
I love the fake punt. It's like I agree with you there, but I also agree, like, you know what? We're done. Like, we're going to take you to the woodshed, and if I can score as many points as I can, I'm going to do it. It's almost like, and I wasn't a part of that, it's almost like old Boise is like, if I can hold 90 on you, I'm going to put 90 on you. And that's what I love is, like, we don't care. We're playing football, and we're going to take advantage of what you're giving us. And so you want to do that stupid crap? Good. We're going to do a fake punt.
And it was 56-31, but they scored that with Boise State's backups on defense with 2 minutes left. I mean, it was 56-24, and that is the second game in a row where Boise State's put their backups in and then let the opposing team come down and score at the end of the game to make it look a little bit closer. But you win by 25. You easily cover the spread.
I don't know if 56-31 looks close.
No, then closer than 24. I mean,
UNLV faithful.
I'm just kidding.
We scored late.
You blew them out. But I would just say, well, it was a fun day on the blue. The crowd was into
I thought it was awesome.
The music, it felt like they had the right choice of songs. I loved having Mo Bamba back there. It just felt like the crowd was into it, causing some false starts. There was that one drive where they had 4.
I believe six false starts.
Yep, and they
maybe 7.
And they were going to go. They had told them they had 7 for 45 for the penalties.
Okay, so 7.
Well, total 7 total penalties. I don't remember the exact number.
So
of
it must have been 6.
But one of those false starts, they were going to go for it on like 4th and 2 or 4th and 3 from around midfield. They get the false start penalty, and then they decide to punt. So, I mean, the crowd was impacting the game today.
Absolutely, it was awesome. I mean, great atmosphere. It's what college football should always be about. 1:30. I mean, people before the game tailgating, after the game tailgating.
I also believe
stayed in the stadium until
third down.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
To me,
I think 2 and 3rd and 1 on 4th.
Yeah.
I told Rid, I was like, that one full start or that 3 and out, because they full started and elected to punt on 4th down.
Yep.
I was like,
4th and 3.
That one's on the crowd. That one belongs to the crowd.
Yep. Now, I have a scenario to bring up for you guys and see what you think. I don't know how closely you're paying attention, but it was 4th and 1. It was early third quarter. Boise State had just punted on the first drive of the third quarter. It's 28-24, and UNLV had the ball 4th and about a half a yard at their own 37. And I thought the guy got the first down, but I don't know if they ruled forward progress or what. But he gets put.
I
out
thought
short.
he got stuffed.
Okay, so it's 4th and about a half a yard.
Yeah.
You're at your own 37, but you finished the half strong. You just stopped them to start the third quarter. You've got all the momentum. I felt like the crowd was getting a little restless. I mean, there were some boos as the team left the field for halftime. I thought UNLV was in a position, and I know you're on your own 37, but they decide to punt the ball. Boise State scores 3 plays later. You had the Chris Marshall long pass on the first play. Sire Gaines, I thought Nate Potter beautifully designed play on the fake.
Oh, yeah,
and
the counter,
pass to Sire Gaines. But anyway, after they decided to punt the ball there, 28-0, Boise State takes control. A lot of fans on social media ever saying UNLV should have gone for that. You're at your own 37.
Yeah, it's easy to say that.
Yard. What were your thoughts on I mean,
everybody's easy to say that. Hey, I mean, Dan Mullen's coached a lot of football in his life. He's coaching big games. Like, he's trying to win the game. He's not trying to prove, like, how cool he is. Or I think it's very easy as a fan to second-guess decisions like that. And I'm not taking shots at fans. I'm not. But if it works, then you're like, oh, yeah, we always should do that. If it doesn't, they're like, I don't know why we did that.
Mostly Boise State fans thankful they didn't go for it. But.
2 things I thought.
Well, we stuffed them earlier on 4th down. I mean,
I thought
and you're not going to give them the ball at the 37 after watching that. I mean,
you just forced a 3 and out though for Boise State's offense. You had the momentum in the game.
I thought at the end of the third, or at the end of the second, that I thought they should have jumped into 2 minutes to try to get points. Right? I mean, we talked about that.
Yeah.
I also thought at the end of the 4th, I think Dan Mullen quit. I
don't think he quit. I think he was minimizing damage.
Yeah. He did not quit. But I'll tell you this. If you're up by this or whatever they were up and you start just running the football as a head coach, the players think, what did you do?
Yeah. Yes, I agree. I said minimize the damage. They didn't want to throw another pick six.
But I'll tell you this right now. They came into an Albertsons Stadium and they got hit in the mouth and they flinched and they got the ever-living whatever beat at them. And physical brand of football, which this is like we talked about I like going back to the pregame show. Right? Like, this team's never been tested. They got tested and they folded like lawn chairs.
And you guys talked about trying to start fast as a big key to the game. Boise State's defense gets the 3 and out, and then the offense comes right down and scores. That was obviously huge.
Oh, no, well, it was a sack the first play of the game.
Yep.
Right? So 7-0 sack. Everything's great. And then I give UNLV credit. It was close at half. But once again, it's another give credit to the coaching staff, made adjustments, and boat raced them in the second.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about the 60-minute game, not the 30-minute game. Right?
Now, you did have the Malik Sherrod muffed punt, which was a huge play, led to a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I was just waiting for somebody to bring that up.
Oh, yeah, it's all over the chat here. I mean, a lot of fans were saying, hey, you got to get a new guy back, because he had dropped another one earlier that he did grab. So he'd muffed 2 punts, but he grabbed one of them back. Ken, as a former special teams coach, how do you weigh he's your guy, and we're going to keep him back there. And he obviously had a nice kick return, which
I thought that almost
on that drive. But
yeah, that was the first one of the second half.
Yeah,
but he ripped it out to the 40 plus.
Yeah. Which we've been waiting for that explosive play in the kick return.
Absolutely,
game.
And just missed it being a touchdown, and then he bounced back, had the last touchdown of the game. Yep. I mean, you got to trust your guys. Like, they're your guys for a reason. There's a reason, like, guys in the NFL actually turn the ball over occasionally.
Yeah.
And they stay with them. Like, you got to trust your guys. And if they thought they had somebody better than him, they'd put him in there. But he's a good player, and you can't ask those guys to play with no confidence. Like, hey, if you screw something up, you're going to get the hook immediately. Because if you do that, then you got a whole bunch of guys out there afraid to make a mistake, and that's a bad situation.
Big fan of the show, Todd. Big fan of the show, says great 60 minutes. He's watching. We appreciate Todd for his support and watching the show.
We enjoyed watching the game with Todd and John and Brody, whole crew up there.
Todd, I guess. Yeah.
But to go back to that, so Stacy Collins can now catch punts.
I said on Twitter he deserves. I mean, I know he's the easy guy to blame for that. He's the easy guy to look at, but when all the special team stuff's happening, but he literally, when a guy muffs a punt that's right to him, that's not on the special teams coach.
No, it's not.
No,
and the other thing is, this is the same kid that the fan base wanted as the starting running back. So shut your mouth. He made a mistake. Move on. Right? At the end of the day, until you actually, and hey, thank you. My big fat ass has never fielded a punt. That is a dangerous animal in that regard, and there's a lot to it. Now, I would have thought the sun would have been, but it was opposite of the sun. So
the sun was behind him. I don't think
the sun was not an issue. I thought more what with the issue, like I thought that could have been kick-catch interference.
Yep.
The guy ran right. He didn't touch him, but he did run into his path and then around him.
What is the rule supposed to be on that?
If you interfere with the kick-catch, but he did avoid him, so
it's not.
I think that's a judgment call by the official, and
I think yes on that. But I mean, I think it was either the previous punt or two before. He did drop another one also.
We didn't. He
fumbled it and picked it back up. But.
Yeah, it was one on the ground that maybe he shouldn't have.
Yeah,
but he saved us probably 10 plus yards and field position getting that, and some of that, how much time you have. I mean, I literally think that was just a case of. He got distracted and dropped the punt. And, I mean, we've had unbelievable punt returners here over the years, from Tim Gilligan, Chris Carr, Avery Williams, Austin Pettis. We've been very fortunate here. But all those guys have put one on the ground at some point.
Avery Williams.
And then later in the game.
Avery fumbled one. Yeah, and we were very fortunate. Kala Kaniho came around, picked it up, and took it to the house.
There was one later in the game. No, Dan Mullen was actually furious. They called that, but they were actually like trying to push him into the ball.
Yeah.
And then they called the penalty.
Well, he was in no danger of being anywhere near the ball.
Yeah.
And they clearly pushed him into the ball. I mean, it wasn't like it was close.
Yeah. For some reason, Mullen didn't like that penalty, though. I don't.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, Mullen also looked like he was humping the official's leg at some point. That's a fact. I pointed that out. Absolutely. I was like, why is he humping the leg of the official?
Yeah.
Sorry. We're going to raise some money for charity, I think, and let folks watch the game, like at the James Bar with you guys, maybe some game. Dude, just hang out and watch the game with you guys.
That would be awesome. If you were down here at the James today, I mean, you might run into NFL line coaches, former head coaches, former Boise State greats in his own mind.
Murray.
Well, Donnie Heck,
quite the crew here.
Yeah, so
this is the
come down and join us after the game. You never know what you might see here.
Yeah, this is the Jacksons Postgame Show. 99-cent coffee anytime, a day or night from our friends. At
I believe
Jacksons.
we're up for 49-cent.
Yes, we are.
Mondays.
Yes, we are.
We were really hoping we'd get the breezy bundle maybe late in the game.
Got his carries
but we were really hoping for that. Damn. But I will be partaking in the 49-cent fountain drink on Monday.
Monday, any size fountain drink, 49 cents. When Latrell scores, Jackson
I'm usually
scores,
a couple times a day guy at
on the Diet Cokes at Jackson.
3 or 4. He's about to drink Jackson's out of a Diet Coke.
I may go 49-cent 4 times.
Well, you can do
the
that.
Big ones.
4?
You can do that on Monday, thanks to Latrell Caples getting in the end zone with his touchdown. But guys, and again, we appreciate Jacksons. This is the Jacksons Postgame Show. We got former Boise State assistant coaches Kent Riddle, Brad Bedell. My name's BJ Rains, and keep the comments coming, the questions coming. We'll get to them. But we got to talk about Dylan Riley. 201 rushing yards. That one pitch, like they originally called it a pass. It was, I think, changed to a run.
It was definitely a run.
Yeah. But he gets over 200 yards, his first career 200-yard game. And, just what can you say about him?
He was phenomenal.
We're talking pregame show, him and Sire
absolutely.
Gaines, and
Sire was awesome, too. I mean, some of it,
he had 6 carries for 24 yards, but he did get in the end zone. He also had the receiving touchdown as well.
That's 4 yards a carry, though.
Yeah.
So
I'm just saying, like, we got multiple options at tailback. That's awesome. And those guys, as much as everybody wants one guy, I would say a guy like Ashton, like that's a rare scenario where a guy's going to make it like that with that kind of workload healthy through the whole year. So we need both those both those guys and the other guys. I mean,
13 yards a carry at 65 is the longest, right?
Mhm.
That
Brad, but we watched the
he's
counter.
a
I'm like,
workhorse. Yeah,
that was. Hey, Dylan Riley was fortunate he got the handoff on that play.
Yep.
Because any one of those other running backs would have scored on that too.
D-line,
O-line
kick,
the O-line tight ends were
safety
phenomenal on that
misfitted.
play.
The O-line played well tonight, but I'll tell you what, Dylan put his mark right there. Now, so I was actually talking to Ritt during the game. Now he's back in line to be a 1,000-yard rusher. If you really want to go back to last game, he's going to have the 200-yard game to get back.
Yeah.
To stay on track. He's now on track to continue. I think it's, what is it, the 15th year, 14th year to be a 1,000-yard back. And when we were talking at the start of the back, it's going to be by committee. Can they keep this rushing attack going? He answered that, and he's done a really nice job. So I think that answers a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Who's the starter, right? Who deserves all the carries? He answered it to me.
Yeah, he's certainly putting his name in the top of the list, I guess, right now. And he did open up afterwards. We're going to get it posted on the YouTube channel at Bronco Nation News. This is the first time tonight that he's talked about the passing of his father. We've talked to him a couple times after the game, and they've asked us not to ask about it and stuff. And he opened up today about
probably the best guest we've ever had on the show.
Oh yeah,
Canning his dad.
His dad was
his dad.
His dad was unbelievable there for the pregame show of the Mountain West Championship game. He was an unbelievable guest that we had on the pregame show, and we're actually hoping. I think Riley and Rid Tuesday we might get Dylan. We'll see.
And the other thing is, you got to give the kid credit to anybody who's lost their dad, right? Like everybody's going to lose something, but for him to answer this season the way he's answered is something like it's almost a tribute to his dad for who is so far into his corner. Like if you can't root for that kid, I almost said it. You're messed up.
Hey, but that again, going back to what I said, like in the pregame deal, like that's such a big deal. Like don't ever forget these people are all people.
They're people.
They're players and they make money now and all that stuff, but they're people and they get a lot of things going on. And we should cheer for our guys because they're our guys.
And apparently Amarian McCoy had something going on this week personally as well that Spencer said he wasn't going to get into, but he had some stuff off the field going on, and he obviously made up for that. But Dylan Riley was telling us he has a huge tattoo of his dad on his back, and he said, my dad's always on my back with me. And it was it's
emotional.
Yeah. And even Spencer Danielson's dad was in the room for the press conference, and Spencer was like, I don't know what he's going through. A lot of us don't. And it was for him it was the first time he's actually talked about it, and we've kind of it's going to be up on YouTube. And
hard. Before the 19 game for the state, I lost my dad 2 months before that game.
Yep.
And my dad, and I'm there, he's like, what are you so worried about? You guys are going to beat the shit out of Florida State. I mean, what's wrong with you? And then when I lost him, I'm like, you don't, he's like, you just move on. You move on in life. And he was raised right. His dad, I'll never forget that Mountain West Conference title with that energy with his dad. How can you not root for that kid? And then these kids, they're kids, and you could pay them $1 million. At the end of the day, they're still kids.
Well, Jeremiah, we hit on that the other night, but like paying for some ladies' groceries for family.
That was Marion, yeah.
Oh, Marion.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah.
But just don't ever forget these. They're just people. So
they're people.
Anyway.
Well, like I said, we'll get it up on YouTube, but I thought it was pretty emotional, him talking about the passing of his father, and for him to rush for 201 yards. Pretty incredible. I mean, he's doing great things, and the carries were 15 for Dylan Riley, 6 for Sire Gaines, no carries for Malik Sherrod tonight that I saw. He had a couple passes, and I guess this is the
touchdown, just a couple
receptions. This is the quickie stats, so there may have been more on there. It doesn't have every single.
I understand that,
defensively, though, Jaden Mickey had 7 tackles, had a sack, 2 tackles for loss. Ty Benefield had 7 tackles, tackle for loss as well. Marco Notriani, a sack and a half, 6 tackles, a tackle and a half for loss.
That seems low to me.
A lot of 0.
Yeah,
they got after him.
I thought Marco was freaking awesome, and I want to point out, like,
UNLV was just 4 of 13 on third down.
I thought Marco, on top of how well he played on defense, but I'm looking out there at the end of the game, and he's running down a kickoff.
God.
I'm like, that guy's a stud. Freaking stud.
I mentioned
Greatest pool cue I've ever hit.
I was seeing if they had the sack numbers on here. They don't, but UNLV was just 4 of 13 on third down. We talked about it coming into the game. Both teams had pretty good offenses. Boise State had the better defense, and that certainly proved to be the.
You knew that.
Yeah,
you knew that. I mean,
it wasn't surprising.
No, they showed up. I literally think, even like Rid, you mentioned it right when we were watching the game, because we actually like to look at like a lot of things. And Rid mentioned, he's like, I'll tell you what. Dan Mullen looks like he got hit with a buzzsaw.
Yeah,
he didn't I don't think he knew what.
Yeah, I think he thought. I think he walked in here thinking like we're 6-0. Like I don't think he thought like we're an SEC team, like anything like. But I think he thought like we're kind of the same as they are.
Yeah,
they lost to a couple teams.
I've been in Florida. I've been in that environment,
and then got into the game and was like,
it was loud in there today,
and he was like, yeah, this is a whole different animal than we are.
Well,
we're not as good. We're not as good.
It was 14-3, and Boise State had the ball when Maddox threw his one pick. But Maddox came back, and obviously, guys, 253 passing yards, 4 touchdowns for Maddox Madsen tonight. He was 14 of 23.
I thought, I think started slow.
Yeah, he did. Had Latrell Caples open a couple times early in the game.
He skipped a couple in there. I think he found his way into the game. And I think they were very smart with all the interior pressure to get him on the move. And I think it took him a couple of snaps to just throw dimes. Like they showed 0. They threw the stop route for a completion. And I think that's where it kind of took off a little bit. But I thought it was a little bit of a slow start with him throwing on the move, which they had to do with all the interior pressure. And to his credit, ended up having a good game. But you have to do that. It's the age-old that we did it for everybody, right? If there's interior pressure, you better get the quarterback on the move or the pocket's going to crush.
Parker says the pick wasn't even on him. It was tipped. I mentioned Nate Potter.
I did think it was tipped.
Yeah.
I totally thought that was tipped.
I mentioned Nate Potter earlier, though. Nate Potter, I think, deserves some credit for this game. I mean,
because he's a really good play caller and a very smart football coach.
That everyone was asking for the trick plays or whatever. That Cam Bates end around where they faked it to the right and then pitched it to him, and he went and scored that way. We mentioned the Sire Gaines, the misdirection on the screen pass to him. I thought they had some really nice plays offensively dialed up.
Potter called a great game.
Yeah, I mean, all those guys on offense, they do a great job. Like you said, the defensive guys, I thought.
I also
sometimes you got to remember you're playing to win too. Like you're not always playing to just shut the other team out. Like sometimes it's like, hey, we're going to take some chance. Like I thought defensively, and we brought heat for a while there, and we got beat on a couple of them, but it also got a pick 6 out of it. I thought both sides of the ball called a really good game, and special teams too.
To go back to BNN, right? I thought Prater earlier this week said a really good point. Like, we really haven't seen Boise play complementary football. I think tonight, besides the muff punt, which we talked about, they scored off of that. I thought they played some pretty good complementary football tonight. I think this is a good complementary game. And I don't always agree with Prater on everything, but I think he was right. And I thought you saw it tonight where they did a good job. And at the end of the day, this offense starts with running the football. The O-line handled, like we talked about this on Monday, right? Like, let's go back to the things that we talk about. The O-line, that first huge explosive run, they brought nickel blitz, O-line slant, or the D-line slanted. And the O-line did a phenomenal job handling movement, bend it back, 60-yard gain, whatever it was, right? So I thought the O-line did a great job handling movement tonight. It didn't have the tackles for loss that they had versus New Mexico.
And did the offensive line have a penalty tonight? If they did, it was only
there was a mysterious false start in the end of was it the first half? I don't know what the hell was going on. And did you guys catch that? Right, they called a false, but they didn't explain like who it was or what it was or.
But overall, I mean, I don't think there was any hold. Was there any holding penalties on the offensive line tonight?
No, very clean game. Yeah. Very clean game.
He was. I think Maddox was off the spot maybe one time. I know there was one sack. Sorry, there was one sack on the left guard.
That guy hit him pretty good.
And he
made a big difference having Roger back tonight, right? I mean,
agreed. He got on the edge, and it just happens. I mean, they got the sack. I mean, that's the way it is. That guy has a scholarship too, and the left guard got beat. I thought it was on. I was like, oh my God, is that Kate? He's like, oh, and I looked at it, I was like, oh no, that's left guard.
Okay. They said false start was on the tight end, so it wasn't even an O-line false start.
But did you? I didn't get an explanation in the stands.
Yeah.
Did you? Unless I no, I can miss things. Yeah. But that was
people are saying the best O-line game so far. Would you?
Yes, I would agree with that. I would 100% agree with that. With
and I would think that will continue. You know. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Eastern Washington was pretty good. Like, people just choose a little bit.
Well,
UNLV is a little different opponent coming to the blue than Eastern Washington was.
Yeah, but
they're undefeated, but the rest of the conference is ass. The rest of the schedule's ass, guys. I mean, I hate to tell you this. Nevada, I love Choate as much as you do, Red. That Nevada team sucks.
I'm just saying it'll be a tougher game because it's at Nevada.
And it's a short week.
All that stuff. Short week.
Now, hey. Let's go, Fresno State, and a lot of milk jug. I'm a rivalry guy. I've always been that. Like, next time we're sitting here at Albertsons Stadium, you got those.
Maybe we can get the milk jug.
I was gonna say, can we get the milk jug?
Maybe
over
we
here
can get the milk jug for the
those
pregame.
Dude, Fresno, I hate them.
San Diego State.
We need to get Jeff Pittman down here for the milk jug.
We should have Pitt. We should get
Riley and Rid guess maybe. People are saying there was a couple holding calls on UNLV they didn't call. Felt like
I thought there was at least one that was like egregious,
especially on the edges.
Big words.
Yeah,
egregious.
Dude, we're bringing it right now tonight. I don't think you guys understand the content you guys are getting. Were people on the message board?
They were. Message board was popping. They said, "Screw Red." Here we are. Yeah. They were. A couple unfortunate injuries, though. Ben Ford went out with an unfortunate injury. Zion Washington was in a boot after the game. And usually you guys know, you can tell by the players' reaction if they know. Ben Ford slamming his helmet down twice as he went off.
Hey.
Spencer Danielson postgame did say, we'll know more tomorrow, but he said it obviously did not look good.
I'm praying for all those guys. But, Ben especially, he's been through so much. Lost a couple of years already, and he was having such a phenomenal year, making so many great plays. I hope he's fine. I hope it's a minor deal. My heart's with him.
Yep.
So
any injury you don't want to see, but a guy that's already missed a year due to injury and is having the year of his career as an older player, that's tough.
And Zion, same. I mean, he's in the last. But I will say,
the kid, you want to pull for the locals.
Yeah, but
I hope Ben's okay, but
the other side of it, because football goes on, one guy doesn't get hurt, and they don't just stop the game. Look, the other guys stepped up. Chase Pendry made some plays.
Demetrius Whitlock, the JUCO transfer.
Whitlock, that's what I was going to. Yeah. And then who's 10 on defense?
Huh? Oh, Ganter, Derek Ganter, the Eastern Washington safety that came in. Yep,
he made some plays. I was impressed.
Johnson Jr., Sherrod Smith, when they had, because Irby went out for a couple plays with an injury too.
No, I thought that was
the one drive they
phenomenal.
Scored was Irby and McCoy. It was when McCoy was serving his one drive, benching, and then Irby got hurt, and so they had two backup corners in there, and that was the drive they came down and scored.
Yeah, well,
I hope they're okay.
Yeah, I hope those guys are great. But I was impressed with the guys we had to play, and they're
next man up.
Yeah,
and Chris Marshall. I know you mentioned Chris Marshall, but he only had only 96 yards, 3 catches. Felt like more than that. Touchdown, had the 45-yarder, and I mean he's another guy that battled some stuff. Was a high recruit. Came to Boise last year. Was injured. Didn't really get his chance. Comes in this year. Had that season-opening touchdown against South Florida,
USF,
and it put up some numbers, but hadn't found the end zone again until tonight. But he just continues to show that he's a guy that 4 targets for me is too low for Chris Marshall, but he's a elite athlete out there, a heck of a player, and I don't think that you can not get him the ball.
Hold on now. The coverage is dictating where the ball is going. So if Chris Marshall, if you're 3-by-1 and there's a safety over Chris Marshall and he's the one, it's going to the field. So it's hard to say like targets.
Yeah.
And the other thing is like Chris Marshall, it's like high recruit. Like Chris Marshall is the one for a reason. And the one thing about it is that's where Boise State down the stretch. I mean, this is what, here we go. You got, if you're going to do Chris Marshall at the 1 and Caples inside the bunch to the field, how are you going to cover that? You can't cover that. And what I thought, and I was like, I think
they also
UNLV
got louder in the mix, and Wagner,
I think UNLV coaches, they kind of took the route of Notre Dame at times and said, you know what, we're going to play a man. You know what? Hey, dumbasses.
And they got beat.
Don't play man versus these wide receivers in this conference. Notre Dame's a different animal. Notre Dame is the best athlete that you can get. UNLV cannot mimic a game plan of Notre Dame and play Boise State man, and they tried to do that tonight, and they got smoked. Don't play man.
Yeah, I agree.
Dumbasses, don't play man.
Now, as we kind of spin this forward, guys, there was some upsets today. Memphis went down. How about UAB? They fired Trent Dilfer. And Chris Mortensen, member of the ESPN analyst, longtime guy, Chris Mortensen, his son takes over as the interim coach for UAB and leads them to a huge win over Memphis. Game day was probably going to go to Memphis and South Florida next week. Now, I would assume they're not. But now, if you're a Boise State fan, you probably root for Memphis now to turn around and beat South Florida next week after already losing.
Absolutely.
And Tulane almost lost. They needed a last-second play to beat Army.
So you're telling me the Mountain West Conference Championship is actually important now?
I still think, and I saw somebody say now it means 135% with Boise State winning that the AAC winner will get the bid. I don't know if I quite believe that, but I would think this at least opens the door a little bit for a Boise State to.
There's a lot of games left.
I mean, God, South Florida, they're going to screw something up.
If the AAC can cannibalize itself, and like we said, they're not. South Florida has to go to Memphis this next week.
Yeah,
and Boise stays on track. Boise stays on track.
That's all I'm saying. Like, just keep winning. Control what you can control. All the other people handle the other stuff.
Just go play Nevada, beat their butt.
I know this. If we lose, it's not good. So,
yeah,
you lose, you're out.
Went out and see what happened.
Yeah.
But now Boise State controls their destiny.
In the conference.
What
At
the end of the day, get to the conference title.
What do you want to see here?
I'm just curious.
Alabama just scored.
How are LSU fans feeling today? Did we get that out there?
Yeah, how about Diego Pavia, man? That guy is unbelievable.
All right, so how many people feel like LSU has better players than Vanderbilt?
I would assume pretty much everybody.
Vanderbilt is favored. Hey, anybody in the message board, what happened in the Mississippi State game?
In the chat?
I want to know what happened with Mississippi State. My brother said it was really bad.
What happened?
I can't figure it out. I don't know what happened.
Missouri's up 10-7 on Auburn. BYU just took a 7-0 lead on Utah. What else we got? Ohio State won 34-0. Indiana won big.
BYU up 7-0 in the Holy War.
Georgia beat Ole Miss 43-35. How about Texas Tech going down? Arizona State scored late and then held them off. But yeah, you mentioned Vanderbilt 31-24 over LSU. LSU now is 5-2. I was on Duke today. They fell to Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech 7-0. Georgia Tech.
You know what they do? Don't turn the ball over, run the ball well, score in the red zone.
Mentioned UAB beating Memphis 31-24, and obviously had those two big upsets last night. But in terms of the current scores right now, Oregon bouncing back nicely, 49-3 at Rutgers.
I don't know if this guy is Jeff Levy's burner. It's not Jeff, but in field goal range, 30 seconds left, kick to win, threw an interception to a lineman. Like what? Like, does anybody know what happened here?
We're asking for folks if anybody knows what happened in the. They played Florida, right?
Yeah.
They beat them by 2, so I don't know. No one's saying exactly what happened, but all right. So I'm going to play some interviews. I'm not going to waste your guys' time, but what did you see anything else? Did you see anything today that makes you feel any differently better? I assume better about just kind of the last 5 games here.
I would say this. I think people have a maybe perception like they started this year with the perception that we're playoff bound, 11-1, 12-0,
Playoff or bust.
whatever. We lost to South Florida and everybody kind of panicked. And all of a sudden, we're basically beat South Florida away from it, a couple plays from winning that game, and we're right where we thought we'd be. So now we just have to keep winning.
D. Lyman got a pick when Mississippi State was in field goal range with 29 seconds left. So they could have had the field goal to win it, threw it for some reason, and got picked off.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm a Jeff Levy guy.
So Florida.
Hey, I'm just my point being like sometimes stuff happens. I mean,
does the Florida coach save his job? Then I guess everyone said they were already talking to
by
boosters
beating
about
Mississippi State. Probably not.
They're favored by 10, only won by 2, I guess.
No.
Hey, we've seen,
but they won.
We've seen coaches fired after wins around here, certainly.
God bless. Not fresh second year. I don't think.
How about Wazoo's up 20-10 on Virginia? Washington State.
They beat Clemson.
At Virginia, Washington State on the road is now up 20-10.
But Boise State takes care of things. We're in good shape.
Yeah.
If you want to talk like an old coaching saying, right? Like we've been beaten into it, like 1-0.
Yeah.
This season now with Memphis going down, right? Memphis beats South Florida. Boise has to go 1-0 and just hope something happens. Something happens in conference championship games, things like that. But you could now you have it. You have it in your hands for the 3rd time, right? Just get to the game, get to the championship game, and Nevada is just the next one on Friday night. And I love Jeff Choder, but it's not a very good football team.
Certainly not at this point. So
Not a very good football.
We talked about putting it all together, like you said, playing that complete game and wanting to see. We said, hey, the penalties are going to, that's correctable. They can go away. And I thought tonight like I said, I think the number was 6 for 37 yards.
Yeah.
That's much
minor.
Much more.
And
in the
again,
average game.
way more about the controllable penalties, right? I mean, the ones that happen between the whistles, whatever. So, yeah. But fired up. Maybe next time we'll get Coach Strasser over here on the postgame
I'd be happy to get up if you want to have him come join you guys.
No.
My seat because I got to take a piss.
No.
Well, I'm going to let you guys go.
No,
I'm going to play some Dylan Riley stuff.
You have to give
We'll
old
get
Strauss.
Strauss. Yeah, Strauss needs a heads up.
I'd rather get a table dance.
I'm going to. You guys behaved yourselves very well on this show, so I
We
appreciate
get Strauss.
Yes, she was the one that donated to your swear jar back in the last year. I think or the
I've
year
done
before.
very well this year. Have
Yes.
I not?
Oh, you did really well.
Thank you. I you know what? You donated a lot of money. Now it's got no money to donate to.
Well worth it.
We have a very nice young lady here who actually donated money for Brad's swear jar one.
Is she still donating? I can make up a lot of money in short time.
Any final thoughts, Brad, for you?
I actually like where this team sits. I think I'll go back, right? The offense has put up 40 consistently. I want to give Shenander and this pass defense. We had some. When you're playing 0, the corners are on a lot. And I want to make sure that I'm not a hypocrite. And this pass defense, they gave up some tonight, but I'll tell you what, Shenander's done a hell of a job.
Hey, what I love is that Chin's a bust out 0 in a game.
Oh.
It's not just ruin a drill in practice.
You mean it's not the Andy Diablo special?
or Schmeds, either one.
Yeah.
Just like
Day
a
one.
0 all
day
day
one
long.
install 0. You suck it, you mother. Yeah, you're just gonna make my life. Yeah,
And then never call
we're gonna
the game.
bolt out and we're gonna throw sail. Yes, you.
What's the quickly, Coach? What's usually the schedule of the short week now in terms of how when do they still get an off day or what happens here?
I think they'll probably flip over to tomorrow being, all the coaches knocking everything out early in the morning, and then. I mean, you got 2 choices, right? You can go later tomorrow becomes your Monday, and they bring the players in, and then Monday becomes Tuesday, Wednesday, et cetera, and you're kind of on you can get a 2-for-1 tomorrow, or you get a 2-for-1 on Thursday, right? Thursday becomes Thursday morning, and then Friday night.
Short travel too.
So
now I would bet there's been some kids banged up tonight. So I would say let go now, and then Thursday, bring them in the morning, like grease them up a little bit, get a sweat on them, and then they know they have the walkthrough Thursday night before Friday kickoff.
But you either got a choice. You got to turn 2 days into one on the front end or the back end.
So is there no off day?
Saturday be the off day.
Oh, next Saturday.
Next Saturday, yeah, because you have to give them one day a week. But
during the week, that's actually a really good point, Riddle. A lot of people don't realize that off days goes a full week. So now they get the off day on the back end of this next game.
Yeah,
and they're under NCAA like legal day off.
Yeah, so
that's actually a really good point.
Day before the Fresno home game.
Correct.
Yeah,
nice too.
So which will be a good time to have it, and then they got a bye coming out 2 weeks after that.
After Fresno, yeah.
Yeah, so
the bye before San Diego State.
Yeah, it's it'll be fun. They'll show up ready to play, and at this point it is what it is. Everybody's banged up, everybody's tired, everybody's
I know it's not, and we could talk about it next week. I know it's, you never know what'll happen in the future, but long history, long rivalry, a lot of memories going to Reno, and this is the last scheduled meeting going to Reno for the foreseeable future.
Yeah,
so.
and Brad said it, but Choder will have the boys probably more fired up than they've been at all, and he's
fired up.
Yeah,
there's a shitty football team. Sorry, they're a bad football team.
He'll play that quote probably to
Choder. I love.
We
Choder.
know he watches apparently.
I love Choder. It's just now
he's awesome.
He's awesome.
Well,
but they're not great.
Anyway, yeah, I'm just telling you, it's not going to be a cakewalk.
No,
it's one of those you better go in there and start fast, because if you give those guys life, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I agree there.
Well, appreciate you guys for joining us. We're going to keep this thing rolling. Let's hear from Dylan Riley. 201 yards on the blue, career game for him. He reaches the end zone. Let's hear from the running back Dylan Riley after the game.
Kind of an interesting game for you. You got
this is Amarian McCoy. Let's go Amarian McCoy first.
You came out and then obviously had made up for it with the pick six there. How do you kind of put today and sum it up?
Big game. Emotions running a little high. At the end of the day, got to stay composed, be with the team. Just keep playing. Just keep playing ball. And at the end of the day, let the plays come to me. No rush. And I was able to jump on one and make a play tonight.
How nice
you
did
said
that?
about what did happen out there during that when you were getting into it with the coaches and then on that personal foul?
I would never get into it with the coaches, but on the other hand, just letting my emotions get the best of me. They're talking on the other side. We knew what it was going to be coming in. And me being a veteran on the team, being a leader in the corner room, I know I have to be smarter than that and make the right decisions for the team. And I'm going to learn from that. I'm going to grow from that, and we're going to keep playing ball. We're going to keep winning games.
You have got those couple of fouls and the coaches play up the game for a couple of drives. Just, I guess, what does that say about the program and how the coaches are running things right now?
Regardless if you're doing wrong, you're doing wrong. You'll be off the field if you're doing wrong. It doesn't matter who you are or what your status is or what you think your status is. I mean, if you're not doing the right thing, you're not playing the right ball, you're going to get off the field. And at the end of the day, the team win is the only thing that matters. Team for us. So.
I think the two drives that you were out, they scored both times too. I mean, was that tough watching them score twice?
The drive I was out, yeah, for sure it was tough. Just knowing that, just me being in the wrong state of mind and doing the wrong thing for the team hurt the team. At the end of the day, we let them off the hook twice. I mean, that was on me. I feel like I'm going to get in front of the team and apologize for my mistake that I made. But at the end of the day, we rallied. They rallied behind. I rallied behind them. They got me going. They pushed me, and we was able to come out with the victory.
To come back from that mistake and then to get a pick six out there, I mean, what was that kind of emotional?
Just knowing what I could do when I'm all the way locked in, and just being able to make the right plays and make the right reads when I got my head all the way into the game. There's no reason for me to be worried about the other team or what they're doing at all. And when I play my game, I feel like I'm the best in the country, and I feel like I'm going to be able to make plays every time I get out there.
How about collectively for the defense? You've had 3 interceptions now, 2 of which you returned to the house. How well are you reading the quarterbacks, do you feel?
I'm just doing my job. I mean, I'm not really going out trying to overdo it. Coach always tell me, do your job, the ball come, and I just keep doing my job, keep following my keys, and the plays are coming.
How about collectively for the defense? Just obviously, second half, you guys were lights out after they were, gashing you at times in the first half. What changed, and what did the coaching staff say at halftime?
Nothing changed. I mean, we just did our job. The only thing we were missing a lot of tackles. In the second half, we came out and tackled better. That was the difference between the first half and the second half. We was able to tackle better, and we was able to shut them out in the second half and create a lot of opportunities.
Boise State has now won 16 straight games on the blue, which stands as the nation's current longest winning streak. What is it about the blue that you think brings out the best in you guys?
Just this is home. I mean, this is everything for us. I mean, just being here, just knowing the culture, just everything about Boise is just we have to protect the blue. At the end of the day, this is the most important thing to us. This is our home, so I feel like whenever somebody comes in here, you never will want somebody to take your stuff at your house. So I mean, that's what we live by, and we're going to keep living by that, and we're going to keep growing as a team.
They came in obviously undefeated, and obviously now you guys have the leg up, for a tiebreaker if you play them again. Who hosts and stuff. I mean, just obviously they came in with maybe the better record, but what kind of statement did you guys make tonight?
At the end of the day, we think we're the better team regardless whoever we're playing. We're going to keep on thinking we're the better team regardless whoever we're playing. We're building days, we're stacking days right now, and I feel like as a team we're just growing every week. I mean, you can see it from offense, defense, from special teams. We're just growing every week as a team, and I feel like we're going to keep growing and we're going to keep making a lot of plays, and we're going to rally up these wins.
All right, there's Amarian McCoy, and he's speaking with the media after the game. Big game for him. Again, had the 2 personal foul penalties, but was able to respond from that and ends up with the pick 6 later in the game. Amarian McCoy, good stuff for him. This is the Jacksons Postgame Show here on Bronco Nation News. We are live at the James Kitchen and Bar. Great crowd, great atmosphere here. We're having a lot of fun at the James. Appreciate everybody that is here hanging out. We had a couple folks come over and offer to buy drinks and thanking us for our work here at BNN. Really appreciate everybody that's stopping by and saying hello, and just a fun festive atmosphere on the James on the patio here. Packed patio here, celebrating the win over UNLV. I mentioned Dylan Riley opening up a little bit about his father. I'm not sure we're going to get to that part of the interview because it was kind of long, but I do want to hear from Dylan. Dylan Riley, 200 yards, had the touchdown. Let's hear from him after the game.
First time anyone's ever drank that.
I need it.
200 yards on the blue, man. Big win over UNLV. I mean, how'd that feel?
It felt great, especially it was my first 200-yard game. The lineman went out there and put on a show for me and gave me all the looks that I needed, and at that point, I just did what I did.
How exciting was the offense to be a part of today? I mean, you guys were, pulling some tricks out the bag, and it looked like you guys were having fun out there.
Yeah, we were having fun. We went out there with the best mindset we could. We just went out there and competed and did our thing. Like, it wasn't nothing new. I expected our team to go out there and dominate. It's the blue. We protect the blue, and we did what we were supposed to do.
It's one thing to do it once. Have 400-yard games, a 200-yard game today. How are you doing this week in and week out?
Really, it's just staying consistent, making sure I keep my mental straight and my physical body straight. And at that point, it's just I got to keep doing what I'm doing because I can't afford to take no weeks off, because if I take that week off, then I'm gonna be down on the depth chart, and I'm trying to make sure I'm at peak performance every game.
None of us have been there. I mean, walk us through, what's that feeling like when you break free and you see nothing but blue in front of you and the ends of the head?
It's definitely a good feeling. Once I see the hole open, everything just feel like it's moving in slow motion. Like, personally, when I run, everything feels like it's in slow motion, and apparently it's not in slow motion, but yeah, it's definitely a good feeling.
How nice it feel to see Malik after the muff kick on special teams get in the end zone there in the second half?
Yeah, I'm extremely proud of that, because I know I didn't have a punt, but I had a kick return drop before, and I know that exact feeling, and it definitely takes a toll on you. But for him to take a deep breath and forget that play and next play mentality and him go out there and score, I'm extremely proud of that, man.
What kind of statement do you feel like you guys made as a team tonight?
Yeah, we made a real statement that we can compete with anybody, like, regardless of whatever people say that we might lose or this or that. Like, we don't care about the outside noise. We just know what we got going on, and we're going to go out there and dominate any team that's in front of us.
The last 2 weeks, you guys have taken close halftime games and really finished strong. You know, what's it been about the way this team finishes, and it almost seems like they get stronger as the game goes on?
Yeah, fourth quarter mentality. We can't let no team off the hook, because if we think we winning and we got it good, nah, you don't. We need to finish all 4 quarters. That's why when fourth quarter hit, you see everybody lifting up their fours. Like we getting ready to finish this game off.
You mentioned that you can't take your foot off the gas because you might slip down the depth chart with how talented your running back room is. So what does earning another opportunity mean to you? Coaches have talked a little bit about riding the hot hand and things like that. So what does earning an opportunity mean to you?
It means a lot. Knowing that how many people is in our room, like I know it's gonna be a competitive room. Everybody in there can play for real. As you see, game in and game out, like every person, whether it's Sayer starting, whether it's me starting, League starting, like everybody can play. So that's why my job is to be consistent at everything that I do, so I can make sure I'm at the top.
Dylan, you've obviously, had a lot to deal with personally and overcome a lot. I mean, how have you kind of, dealt with everything you've had to deal with and kind of push forward?
Honestly, it's just reading the Bible and just having conversation with my mom and coaches and things like that, because that's really the big thing, like my mental and everything like that. And my dad, he got me here in the first place. So in general, my job is to keep fulfilling the promise that he gave me and I gave him, is to make it to that league, and that's what it is.
How do you keep carrying your dad's legacy?
I got to, you know what I'm saying? He built me up, and same with my brothers, from the ground up. So my job is just to go out there and show what he made, you know what I'm saying?
How much have your teammates supported you and continue to support you through everything?
A lot, especially when it first happened. Floods of texts, wrote me letters, spoke to my mom. That's really all it is. Like I really respect this guy, like these guys, and I love my team for that. So it just makes me want to push harder for them for anything, like regardless if it's on the field or off the field.
What makes being a running back and rushing the football here at this university, what makes it special?
You can just look at every other running back that used to be here. Like you are inspired to be like that, and we as running backs here, we get held to a very high standard. So if we're not playing to that high standard, then it's next running back, and that's how I think it is.
For the 2 running backs that have rushed for over 200 yards against UNLV here, Jeremy McNichols and Ashton Genty, and they're both in the league. So that's your ultimate goal. So
yeah.
to uphold the standard here in that room, what does that mean to you, and be mentioned in the same breath with guys like that?
It's definitely amazing to be mentioned with those guys, because both of those guys that you just named are very talented, and we see where they at right now, and that's where I aspire to be. But like I'm just focused on making sure I do it again every single game, make sure I'm getting 200 plus every game, and we winning every game too.
Dylan, you guys aren't just winning on the blue, but I think you guys are averaging something stupid like 43 points per game here.
Yeah.
Just what's it like being on a team that's willing to keep pushing the pedal and just keep on going for full 4 quarters?
Yeah, it's amazing, because some teams tend to be the best at first, second quarter, and then tend to be not so good in the third and fourth. But our team, we talk about making sure we play from the first quarter, second, third, and fourth. So we just built that mentality, that blue collar mentality, to go out there and work for 4 quarters, and nobody's gonna stop us.
Why do you think you were so explosive on offense today? I mean, you, Chris, Ben had one, Bates. Like, why do you think you were so explosive today on offense?
Really, the simple answer is that we've been working on this at practice. We had our best week of practice, and we were going out there being explosive just like we normally do, and it just showed out on the field.
You talked a little bit about your personal journey, Dylan. We've heard you didn't miss anything, and your teammates have great respect for you, and just to have this place to come to as you go through what you're going through. What has that been like?
It's definitely, I have my hard times, but being here with my brother's family and everything like that, like I tend to forget about it in a sense. Like obviously it's in the back of my head, but I tend to forget about it and go to practice and do my thing, work craft, because I'm already knowing he wouldn't want me to be thinking about him 24/7. So my job is just to make my mama proud and everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Do you do anything before games to honor your dad, or any rituals you have to kind of honor him or keep him in your heart?
Not necessarily. I got like a big tattoo on my back, so he with me every game. But I know the first couple of games I wrote something on my shirt, but other than that, like regardless, he's with me every day, every moment of the second. He's my wallpaper on my phone. So other than that, like every game, he's on the
Hard not to root for that guy right there, Dylan Riley. Again, speaking with the media after the game, and I went ahead and let that play all the way out so you guys could hear from him. And obviously, talking about the loss of his father over the summer, and Willie Riley, and that's just tough to go to. So, going to hear from Spencer Danielson in just a second. But like I said, Dylan Riley, 201 yards and a touchdown. Hats off to that young man. And not many of us know what he's dealing with right now. Very few of us, probably do in terms of trying to play in front of all these fans and everything, and having the loss of his father a couple of months ago. So kudos to Dylan Riley for what he is doing. And, man, it's been cool to see him emerge as a star in this conference and certainly on this team here for Boise State. We will hear the opening statement for Spencer Danielson in just a minute. I do want to quickly thank a couple of our sponsors. Keep getting your comments in, your thoughts. We appreciate all you guys sticking with us on the Bronco Nation News post-game show here. We are live at the James Kitchen and Bar, and we appreciate Jacksons for their support of Bronco Nation News. And, of course, our title sponsor, that is rowpaint.com. We appreciate them for their support of Bronco Nation News. Rowpaint.com, all your painting needs. Make sure you hit up our title sponsor, rowpaint.com. Concrete coatings, interior, exterior painting, rowpaint.com. Idaho Central Credit Union, we appreciate them as well. Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. We appreciate them for their support of Bronco Nation News. And ICCU certainly is doing a lot of big things, and saw them passing out T-shirts at the game. Hopefully you got one. We appreciate Idaho Central Credit Union. Make the switch today, ICCU.com. Taco Bell, TacoBellWorks.com is their website. TacoBellWorks.com is the website for Taco Bell. You can check them out at TacoBellWorks.com. We appreciate Taco Bell Works for their support of our friends at Jacksons. Appreciate them, and you can get those 99-cent coffee anytime, day or night, using the Let's Go Rewards app. And of course, the trading cards, $12.99 gets you the trading cards at Jacksons, and 1 in 10 gets you an autographed trading card there. So we appreciate Jacksons for their support of the postgame show and their support of Bronco Nation News. Hey, the Blue and Orange Store online at theblueandorangestore.com. Check them out for all your game day gear. And again, the Blue and Orange Store, your game day gear is available at the Blue and Orange Store online at theblueandorangestore.com. Lithia Ford of Boise, the fall kickoff sale. Never a better time to buy a new or used pre-owned vehicle. And again, we're going to hear from Spencer Danielson coming up shortly, the Boise State head coach. The fall kickoff sale, Lithia Ford of Boise. Rains Family 11 RF-150 from Lithia, and you will as well at lithiafordboise.com. Snake River Pool and Spa, check them out online at thespateam.com. Bauscher Real Estate, number one ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley, Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. Appreciate him. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, check out Matt Bauscher at bauscherrealestate.com. Ridley's Family Markets, 13 locations around the state of Idaho and surrounding states, online at shopridleys.com. Transportation Compliance Service, local company helping out folks all over the world get into the trucking industry. and get more information online at transcomservice.com. Had a few voicemails come in. I'm solo right now. I don't think I'm going to be able to figure out how to play them. We'll put them on Monday's show with Brad, but we will enter you. If you send a voicemail in, we will enter you in the contest. We're giving away a $500 gift card to Shields on Monday. We will get that done courtesy of our friends at Signature Roofing, covering our community for more than 2 decades, whether it's a re-roof, a repair, an estimate, or an inspection. Got you covered online at Signature Roofing, mysignatureroofing.com. And again, $500 to Shields. We'll give that away during Monday's show. All right, we're live taking your comments or questions here, celebrating at the James Kitchen and Bar. And may have had a slight internet issue there, but we appreciate all you guys. We're dealing with Wi-Fi here, and it is what it is. But beautiful evening. I wish you could see the patio right now. The sunset behind me falling. You got the blue right there in the stadium, and just a packed patio. Everybody having a good time, and we appreciate everybody that's out here hanging out at the James Kitchen and Bar. Pre-game, post-game, make this your spot moving forward next time you come downtown for a Boise State game. Spencer Danielson, we're not going to play his full interview, but let's hear the opening statement. Spencer Danielson after Boise State's 50 What was the final score? 56-31. 56-31. Boise State takes down UNLV. Let's hear the opening statement from the head coach, Spencer Danielson.
Everyone good in the second row? Everyone filming? Good to go? Comment good? Talk.
You guys good? Well, guys, I appreciate you guys, as always, your time and effort to cover our team. And proud of our guys, man. First off, always thank you, Jesus, for the victory, man. I believe that you work like it depends on you. You pray like it depends on God. And you just keep chipping away. Keep chipping. I've talked to our team about just continue to pound the rock. And maybe you don't always see goal, but you got to keep working. You got to keep working. You got to keep growing. And you see that. And I really believe that if you trust the Lord, you work hard, and you trust your process, like, it's going to improve. Not always in the time we all want it. I'm just talking life in general. Life is not rainbows and butterflies. Life's hard. But if you continue to trust the Lord, you put your head down, you work, you will grow. And better times are coming, and the best is still to come. So I'm proud of our team. We've been through a lot. We've learned a lot. And I think tonight you see when a team that loves each other, cares about each other, and continues just to work. Doesn't matter what people are saying. Doesn't matter what people think you are. You just go to work. And it showed tonight. There's still going to be a lot of things on film that we got to fix and grow. And we're going to even be better than we were tonight. We have to be. We got to be better next week against Nevada than we were tonight against UNLV. That's college football. You see that across the board. The second you take your foot off the gas, it is, at that point, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to get caught slipping. And that's what we can't have happen. So we got to handle success the right way now too. And so, but I'm just proud of our guys. I mean, Bronco Nation was elite tonight or this afternoon. Going out there, the blackout. I mean, it was awesome. I mean, and we put a premium on playing at home. And I talked to our team on Friday with my team meeting that what matters most to you, you protect. If it doesn't matter to you, you don't protect. That's just life in general. What matters most, you protect. And when we go on that field, yes, it's a blue field. We don't protect that field. We protect this community. Like, that matters to us. We talked about this community and how much they save their money to come watch you. What do you want that to look like? And then how much do your teammate matter to you? How much do your brothers matter to you? Because we put a premium on team is always greater than me. Team is always greater than me. And I think that showed tonight. And I'm proud of our guys battling. Yes, there's some mistakes we made in the game. And we talked all week, don't let them off the hook. Don't let them off the hook. Don't let our penalties or mistakes let them off the hook. Stay in the fight. Stay in the fight. Stay in the fight. And you can see that. I think we had a really good second half. Still a lot to clean up, but we had some mistakes, but I'm proud of our guys battling. Man, in all three phases, you can see us growing. When you watch the film, there's going to be a lot of things to fix. But, man, in all three phases, we grew, and I'm proud of that. So I'm proud of our team growing. We got a big one this week against Nevada, and we got to stay on that track. We just got to keep swinging. We got to keep pounding the rock, and I'm proud of our guys.
Coach Dylan Riley, first 200-yard game. Just how would you put into words?
All right, there he is, Spencer Danielson. And again, the full Spencer Danielson press conference will get up on the YouTube channel here momentarily. If you just joined us, Amarian McCoy, Dylan Riley also spoke with the media. We'll have those up on the YouTube channel. But having fun out here at the James Kitchen and Bar after a Boise State 56-31 win. And again, you look around some of the scores in the country right now. Notre Dame up 14-13 at the half on USC. Alabama's up 23-7 at the half on Tennessee. That game is notable because they are tied with Boise State for the longest home court or longest home field winning streak in America. Boise State pulled ahead at 16. Alabama could make it 16 if they end up winning that game. Texas up 7-3 late in the third quarter on Kentucky. Washington State early fourth quarter still leading number 18 Virginia 20-17. Oregon up 48-3 on Rutgers. South Florida, they're up 21-6 at the start of the third quarter on Florida Atlantic. Missouri, Eli Drinkwitz, old friend, up 10-7 at the half at Auburn. BYU and Utah, they are tied at 7 late in the second quarter. Cincinnati up 21-10 on Oklahoma. And you already had some other big wins for Ohio State, Indiana. Texas A&M hangs on to beat Arkansas. Georgia beats Ole Miss. Arizona State upsetting number 7 Texas Tech 26-22. Vanderbilt beats LSU. Georgia Tech beats Duke. You also had Oklahoma beating South Carolina. You had UAB upsetting Memphis. That was a big one. Trent Dilfer relieved of his duties as head coach, and Chris Mortenson's son leaves UAB to a win at Memphis. Just a stunning win for UAB over a undefeated Memphis team who had eyes on the playoffs. So That certainly was a surprising score there. If you look at the Mountain West, Hawaii is up 24-7 at Colorado State late in the third quarter. Nevada, New Mexico getting ready to start here in about 15 minutes. But you had Air Force picking up their second win of the season. They win at home against Wyoming 24-21. Last night you had Utah State beating San Jose State 30-25. So BroncoNationNews.com, we got Mike Prater's post-game comments. We got all kinds of post-game coverage. Chris Van Sickle. We got all my coverage coming, ton of coverage coming to BroncoNationNews.com. If you're not subscribed, why not? 30% off at BroncoNationNews.com right now. $7 a month gets you a subscription to BNN. $7 a month. That's it to read all of our exclusive content. We'll be live from Basketball Media Days in Las Vegas next week. We're going to Reno, and we got a lot of travel and things planned, so we appreciate all of you. I had multiple people, I'm talking like 3 or 4 people walk up and just hand me cash saying they thank us for what we're doing at BNN and want to donate to what we got going on, and that means the world to us. So we're going to use that money to help continue to add to our equipment, add to our staff, and we really appreciate everyone that's continued to subscribe and be a part of the BNN family, because it's been a fun run here moving forward. My man Mateo is doing an amazing job behind the scenes today. Mateo, shout out to him. Great job, man. Thank you for your support and help of BNN. Boise State student, one of our great interns here. Chris Van Sickle doing a tremendous job helping out behind the scenes as well. So appreciate Chris and Mateo today for helping us out while Nathan and Kanan were both unavailable today due to some family commitments. So great win for Boise State, 56-31. We all kind of thought this might be what would happen. The spread kept growing. Usually Vegas knows, and as the spread continued to grow, you just got more confident that Boise State was going to take care of business. Kind of scary at halftime, only up by 4, but when you really thought about it, Boise State should have been up by more. They dominate in the second half and pull away. I think Dan Mullen not going for it from his own 37. I know he's on his own 37, but it's a half a yard to try to – you had all the momentum in the game. You could have gone down there and taken the lead. That was a very questionable decision that I thought was them not going for it there early in the fourth quarter, or third quarter, excuse me. So they didn't do it. Boise State outscored them 28-0 before the late touchdown there from UNLV against Boise State's backups. But overall, really nice win for Boise State. Just win all your games, win the Mountain West, take that 3-peat on to the Pac-12, and maybe there'll be continued chaos, and who knows what could happen with the CFP. So appreciate the James for having us here. A great spot, pregame, postgame. Come down, hang out. The party's going to be going on here all night long at the James. So if you're in the area, come down, have a drink, some pizza, celebrate the win. And not sure Boise State's going to get ranked yet. I saw some comments in there. I still think they're a couple of wins away for that. But 5-2. Undefeated in the Mountain West and keeping those slim shot, alive for a playoff bid at this point. So another big week planned for us at BNN. As I said, Monday morning, Brad Bedell will join me. We'll get you set for the game in Reno. We'll be in Vegas for Mountain West Media Days on Thursday. Fun stuff planned next week. So appreciate you guys. Go subscribe. Go read our work at BroncoNationNews.com. Even if you don't want to pay to subscribe, you can join a free membership and hang out in the message boards and stuff and chat with us there. So we'll have the full Spencer Danielson presser, the full Amarian McCoy, the full Dylan Riley, all up on our YouTube channel. We'll get those posted to the site as well. And again, Mike Prater's thoughts, my thoughts, Chris Van Sickle, ton of content coming to the website. Go subscribe, $7 a month right now with our 30% off deal at BroncoNationNews.com. And we'll talk to you guys on Monday. By the way, our Circa Survivor $1,000 contest entry, we're still alive. Root for the Chicago Bears tomorrow. We went Raiders last week. Some of you guys thought we were taking the gutsy pick. The Raiders hung on. Tomorrow, we're going Chicago Bears. I love you, Kellen Moore, but not tomorrow. Need the Bears over the Saints to keep our drive alive for the $18 million there at the Circa Survivor contest. So appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We did have a couple voicemails come in, but like I said, I'm working solo and I can't get to them right now. So we'll play them on Monday on the show, and you'll still be entered in the contest if you did leave a voicemail. So thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Thanks again to Mateo and Chris for their help, and appreciate everybody here at the James. Appreciate Jacksons. Again, 99-cent coffee day or night at Jacksons using that Let's Go Rewards app. You can get those trading cards as well, $12.99, and 1 in 10 autograph chance as well. So love Jacksons. Appreciate them for their support of the postgame show. Thank you to all of our great sponsors that make shows like this possible. Enjoy it, folks. Have a great night. Boise State wins it 56-31. We'll talk to you Monday morning and get you set for the big game against Nevada. Nevada. Unfortunately, the last scheduled meeting against the Nevada Wolfpack for the near future here is that rivalry. We'll see one final chapter next Friday night in Reno at Mackey Stadium. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. Go Bears. Appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to you later. Bronco Nation News Live, the Jacksons Postgame Show from the James. Again, 56-31 the final. Boise State wins it. Go subscribe and check out BroncoNationNews.com. And we'll talk to you guys Monday. Take care, everybody.
And final blade of grass. Done. And done. Who knew it'd take 2,007 man-hours to paint 47,962,053 blades of grass? Smells like game day. Whoa, it's not dry yet.